Hello everybody. In this video, I will give an update on my portfolio and show you all of my positions. Let's get started. Right now, my portfolio is worth $137,277.30. I am down by a lot of money today. As you can see, I am down $13,629.05 today. That's a lot of money to be down in one single day. However, something to note here is that it's actually midnight right now. The market is not open. So this is just, it's what it shows how much I'm down right now. However, once the market actually does open, we're going to see my portfolio value update with the updated value of my options, my covered calls. So for now, it does show that I'm down about $13,000, $14,000 right now, but that might change later when the market's open. But still, that's a lot of money to be down in one single day. In the past year, I am up $47,967.25. Year to date for the year 2024, I am up $1,542.25. And like I said earlier, I'm down over $13,000 today, which is a lot of money to be down in one single day. Let's go over my positions. For my options, I am selling Toyota $175 covered calls. These expire February 21st. My return, I am down $498. I am selling Amazon $220 covered calls. These expire March 21st. My return, I am down $1,485. I am selling Delta Airlines $60 covered calls. These expire March 21st. My return, I am down $1,028. I am selling Disney $120 covered calls. These expire March 21st. My return, $622. I am selling Google $190 covered calls. These expire March 21st. My return, I am down $1,284.99. I am selling SoFi $15 covered calls. These expire March 21st. My return, $1,024. I am selling Target $145 covered calls. These expire March 21st. My return, $34. For my cryptocurrencies, I have Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and AVAX. For stocks, I have 300 shares of Amazon. Amazon is at $231.39. My average cost, $226.06. My return, $1,599.50. I have 6,400 shares of SoFi. SoFi is at $14.85. My average cost, $5.70. My return, $58,570.05. I have 300 shares of Google. Google's at $198.92. My average cost, $177.69. My return, $6,370.50. I have 400 shares of Disney. Disney is at $111.10. My average cost, $114.49. My return, I am down $1,354.97. I have 200 shares of Target. Target is at $135.50. My average cost, $149.41. My return, I am down $2,782.50. I have 400 shares of Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines is at $64.65. My average cost, $65.76. My return, I am down $444. I have 100 shares of Toyota. Toyota is at $180. My average cost, $182.10. My return, $209.96. This is a margin account. My margin total is $171,183.73. I am using $169,710.37 of margin. This gives me $1,473.36 in buying power. My margin status is low risk. My buffer is $65,869.13. This is how much more money I can lose before I get margin called. My annual interest rate is 5.25%. The daily interest that I'm paying is $24.60, and I'm borrowing $1,000 of margin interest free. So yeah, big red day for me. Lost over $13,000 today, which is a huge daily loss. I mean, that's a lot of money to be down in one day. I know it's not realized loss because I haven't actually sold my positions, but still, that's a lot of money to be down in one single day. I think that this changes the story of a lot of my covered calls, because for a lot of them, it seemed like I pretty much can assume that my shares would get called away, or they were in a high chance to get called away. For example, SoFi, right? I chose a strike price of $15, and lately, before today's drop, it was above $15. If we look at 3 months, right? 1688, 1660, 1529, 1790, even when it dropped back down, it was still like 1644. So it stayed above 15 for most of the last 3 months. However, huge drop. Went from 16, as you can see, this was at January 31st at 5 p.m. And if we look at what happened right now during midnight before Monday, it's down below 15 now. So there's a chance now that my shares could not get called away, and then I just keep my shares at expiration. That's only if it stays where it is now, which is below $15. If it rises above 15 again, then I'll have to probably roll out my shares so I could keep, roll out my covered calls so I can keep my shares. But yeah, it's dropped below 15 now. That changes the story for that. And for several others, it's not dipping below, but it's getting closer to the strike price that I chose. For example, Toyota chose a strike price of 175, and because of the drop today, now it's at 180, so it's getting closer to 175. Same thing with everything else. Amazon, right? Amazon, I chose strike price of 220, and even though it's still at 231 right now, it did drop recently. Delta Airlines, same thing. I chose strike price of 60, and it dropped down to 64 and 65 cents. So again, minus 3.89% overnight. So it's getting closer to that 60. So even though a lot of these are staying above the strike prices that I chose, it is getting to the point where they actually might, dip below, and then I'll just, if this happens at expiration and they dip below at expiration, I'm just going to keep my shares. Which, to be honest, for a lot of these, I actually would not mind. For example, Google, if it actually does dip below 190 at expiration and I keep my shares of Google, I'm not going to be mad about that. I'm fine with that. So right now it's at 199, minus 2.13% overnight. So like I said, a lot of these are going down. It's not just few of my stocks I own. I think all of them are red. Yeah, all of them are. But because I have covered calls on them, it's not that simple. Like if I didn't have covered calls, this would just be bad, right? With no upside, it would just be bad. However, for example, if I chose a strike price and I was planning to actually keep the shares, the fact that the stock price dropped below the strike price that I chose, it actually works in my favor, because if I wanted to roll them out to keep my shares anyways, the fact that the share price is dipping below my strike price, if this stays the same at expiration, this actually works in my favor, because now I don't have to roll them out. I don't have to roll out my covered calls to a further expiration date or higher strike price. I could just simply keep my shares. But there's still some time left to go. For example, Toyota is the one that is going to expire the soonest, but this is the 21st of February. Right now it's the 3rd of February, so there's still several weeks to go on that one. So who knows? But for these other ones, March 21st, that's like a month and a half. More than a month and a half from now. So it's too early to call, I think. I mean, a lot can happen in a month and a half. So I'll just have to wait and see how things develop. But for now, to be honest, I'm not too mad. Normally, if I didn't have covered calls and all I had were the shares, of course, if everything is red in my portfolio, then I'd be upset about it. But because I have the covered calls, this actually helps me in some ways, because if I want to keep the shares, it actually helps that I don't have to roll them out. But we'll see. Like I said, there's still some time till expiration, so I'll have to keep a close eye on what happens from now until then. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to share for this portfolio. Big red day, as you can see, down $14,670. So down like $15,000 it's showing right now. It's going up and down because, you know, the market's not open. It's just showing after hours. So this can fluctuate around. But right now it's showing that I'm down about $15,000 if we round up. Anyways, huge red day. We'll see what happens when the market opens. But for now, it looks like I lost a lot of money. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to report. I'm going to make more updates to show you guys what's happening. If I lose a lot of money, if I gain a lot of money, if I have new positions, if I get rid of old ones, whatever. You know, I'll keep on making more updates. Alright, if you guys do like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep on making more of these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.